I'm Dean Saunders, I'm 21 years old and I'm a reptile keeper. I work at Sydney Wildlife World. Main part of the job is cleaning and feeding. We house quite a large collection of reptiles, which is quite demanding on us keepers. We've got to keep them well fed, we've got to keep them clean for the public, especially our on-display exhibits. Come in before the public, we sort out the enclosures, we make them as pretty as we can, water the plants, check all the animals, refresh the water, take food out if we've left food in from the day before. That takes us up till morning tea. After morning tea we're flat out feeding, so there's a lot of animals both on and off display. We try to do on display animals as a bit of a show for the public because they always like to see them feeding. So feeding takes us up to lunchtime, and then lunchtime we prepare for the next day, and then as a last thing we double check all the lights and the heats before we leave, just to make sure all the timers or the thermostats are working and nothing's overheating or nothing's getting too cold. My main interest is reptiles, which suits me very well. Australia has quite a lot of unique reptiles. We've got more pythons than any country in the world. I think the reason that we have so many is because we're so isolated from other countries, so they've evolved differently, so that's probably a factor in why our reptiles are so unique. Some of the venomous stuff you have to respect, but you're no good if you're scared. If you're scared, it's not the right job for you. It started when I was a kid. Dad's a truck driver, so he found an injured blue tongue on the road and he brought that home. So ever since then I've been hooked. And it took me a long time into convincing Mum and Dad to let me get a snake. But once I did, I've got a few more now, so that's how I got into it. Once they realised it was a passion instead of just a passing phase, they encouraged me to pursue it, so that's good. I've done an environmental science degree at UWS, Hawkesbury campus. Out there's a lot of subjects to do with animals and wildlife in particular, so I did most of those subjects and ended up here. Since I've been here, I've learnt to the husbandry aspects of a lot of animals that I haven't been able to keep at home. The larger pythons, venomous snakes. Although I have had limited experience with them, I've learned a lot on the husbandry of venomous reptiles, and especially large pythons like scrub pythons. It's a passion, it's a hobby, so when it comes down to it, you know, I get paid to play with snakes, so I'm not complaining. Favourite reptile is a thorny devil. I haven't had much to do with them until I came here, and I've sort of taken it on as my own pet project, so just looking after him is a challenge. They're quite hard to look after, so it's in a lot of demand. You know, not many people can say they mix their occupation with their hobby, so that's why it's so popular. Best advice I could give is volunteer work. That's the best way to get your foot in the door. That's how I started volunteering. I volunteered for about 18 months, so it is quite a popular job. You do need to be quite determined, but once you get your foot in the door and you show that you know your stuff and that you're a good worker, it's the sky's the limit. Once you get into animal keeping, it opens a lot of doors in terms of working in other parks, not only here in Australia but around the world. As you know, Australia's animals are quite unique and very specialised, so there could be a demand for Australian keepers overseas. At the moment I'm very happy here, so I'll be here for quite a while, hopefully, fingers crossed. Obviously there's still a lot to learn, I'm still young, so as I learn more and experience more, I wouldn't mind going into research and doing stuff like that. Yeah, I'm very happy with my job, love it. Couldn't think of anything else to do.